Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back, Cody's Auto Diagnostics. Today we are talking some tools. Stay tuned. Alright, picked up some tools from Snap-on this last Friday. One of the tools I'm kind of stoked about. The other tools, they're tools. I mean, I'm still pretty excited about them. I'll see how much I use them. I don't know how great they really are going to be. But we'll find out, right? So, first thing I got is this headlamp. Here is the part number, if you guys can see that at all. Hopefully it focuses. This was, I think it was about 70 bucks on the Snap-on truck. And it is this right here. So it is a headlamp. Let's see if we can find the power button. I know it's kind of bright, but it's a headlamp, goes on your head. Now it can be cool like Ivan. Styling, check it out. Good stuff, right? But I don't have any of these. And, you know, I see guys use them, like Ivan. There's a couple guys in the shop that use these. I don't like things on my head. Obviously I wear hats and stuff, but I just don't like lights and stuff on my head. But I figured I'd give this thing a try. I figure for like dash work and stuff, when you're crawled up underneath the dash, this could come in, this would be like super handy for that. So what is nice about this one here, so it has the headband. It's a 300 lumen light, but the cool thing about it, it's a magnetic base. So it comes off, and it also has its own little tripod. Not super bright, but it doesn't have to be attached to the headband. So it's a multi-purpose. That's one of the reasons I got it. It's not just going to be used for my head, because in reality, I hope I use it. I hope I remember that I have it to use it for like dash work and stuff like that. But we'll see. The fact that it does come off and you can get it into some tight places and have that 300 lumen light, and you can clock it any way that you want to clock it onto the housing, pretty sweet. I figured I'd give it a shot. I know guys that just live by these things. Me, I live by this bad boy. But trying to put it in your mouth or hold it or set it up against things, it's a pain. I mean, I have multiple other lights. You know, lights are a necessity if you're in any kind of shop. Being underneath a hood and everything else, you don't have enough light resource ever. I don't care what shop you're in. It's with the hoods being up and everything else, the lumen factor underneath the hoods, it sucks. You know, it's hard to see on certain things, doing timing belts, whatever. So, you know, that's why guys have, you know, I have my hood lights. I have I have so many dang lights, it's ridiculous. Obviously this adds to it, but I don't have anything that's similar to this. So I'll give it a shot. I'll see how it works. We'll do some dash work. You know, hopefully I don't get too upset and chuck this thing across the room. Time will tell. We'll find out, right? All right, next tool I picked up from the Snap-on dealer. I don't have my receipt, and I can't really make out the numbers on this tool. Anyway, doing rear brakes, holding the springs. What's different about this compared to, let's say, something like this is a Harbor Freight. I mean, I've used this thing going on 15 years, and this is usually the first one I grab. So it just goes to show you don't have to spend expensive money on tools, every single tool out there. This has been getting me by. Bought this one to upgrade from this one. I think this is a Lyle. Don't like this. I just don't. So going back to this, what's different about this, it's got an O-ring on the inside of it, okay, and it's magnetic. So what it does, it holds the retaining clip and the spring, and I'll post a picture up for you guys because I actually did some rear brakes today, so I did get a chance to use it, and it does hold the spring and the clip holding this straight up and down. So you don't need to sit here and pinch it with your finger or hold them together. It will hold them, but it did a whole lot better on holding the springs and the clips on the hardware that was coming off. The hardware going on, I replaced the hardware. The hardware going on, not so much. I had to sit there and do it just like you would any other tool, and hold the spring and the clip, put it in, twist it, lock it down. So I don't know how much I really like this thing. I mean, I think it's about a $50 tool. Snap-on. I mean, what can you say, right? I figured I'd give it a shot because I did want to upgrade from this because this Harbor Freight one is slipping. I can't grab the teeth, or not the teeth, but I can't grab it enough. The teeth are getting worn out, like the grooves on it, so it won't rotate the retaining clip. I may still be using this quite a bit actually, but I'll give it a shot. I'll try it a little bit more before I completely make up my mind on it. So moving on, next tool. Boroscope. Here is the part number. Okay, this is made by Snap-on. This is an upgrade from my Boroscope that I had previously. The Boroscope I had previously, the camera was about 2.5 times the size of this one here. It was a great camera. It was honestly a great camera. I got about 7-8 years out of it, and it's still working today. I actually ended up selling it to a guy in the shop, Saul. It's a great tool. I mean, it is a good camera, but the technology on the cameras have changed a lot. So that being said, when it does come to these endoscopes or boroscopes or whatever you guys want to call them, the price of them, you get what you pay for. There's going to be cheap ones on Amazon that you can get that plug into your phone. That's awesome. I mean, get what's in your budget, right? I wanted a little bit better camera. I've used the ATS Boroscope. That thing's pretty sweet. It's got the little wheel and stuff on it, so you can turn that camera around all over the place. I mean, it's awesome. It's over $1,000. I did not want to spend over $1,000 on a camera. Yes, I think that this is something that you need. Not this, necessarily the Snap-on, just a Boroscope in general. I think that's something that everybody can benefit from by having in their toolbox. I don't care if you're an A level, B level, C level. I feel it's going to get used. So get what's in your budget. The one I had before was a couple $100 unit, and like I said, it was great. It came in a blow molded boxes, which I'm not sure why Snap-on, does these. Well, I know why they do it, so they fit in the toolboxes, but I'm running out of drawer space. But anyway, I mean, it was a good camera. So I'm going to open this thing up for you guys. I will post some pictures. I did get a chance to just kind of play around with it. I put it inside of a cylinder, checked out the back of the valves, looked at some valve springs. It's good. I'm happy with it so far. The drawback with this one though, like I said, this is not the entry-level Snap-on, and this is not the top of the end Snap-on. The top of the end Snap-on has a separate display. It's also $1,200. I did not want to spend that. So this one here was normally about $660, and I got it for about $570. So it was on sale. I'm a sucker for sales, especially on Snap-on. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, spend $1,500 and you get a free knife set. Yeah, free knives. Oh, dang. You know what I mean? Like, that's awesome. I get yelled at every single time for those free gifts. They're not free. They got you, man. They know what they're doing. It's all marketing, But anyway, like I was saying, not the top end, not the entry level, middle of the road. I'm happy with the middle of the road so far. The top of the line one does ultraviolet. It does all kinds of stuff. Pretty awesome. A drawback of this one though, does not have lithium ion, but it did come with batteries. So just know you're gonna have to be replacing batteries. Not the end of the world, but just something to think about. It does have micro SD card right here in the back, which is pretty awesome, where you can save your pictures and everything. It's also on the back, it's got the USB, so you can plug this into your computer and you can download the files onto your laptop or desktop or scan tool, whatever you guys want to do. So you can print them up for the customer. Documentation, that's where everything's going nowadays. And if you guys aren't documenting things, CYA, you guys know what I'm saying. This is a family channel, but you guys know what I'm saying. CYA, right? So, like I said, this is a decent tool. It does have the touch display, so you can change the brightness of the camera, or the brightness of the flashlight that's on it. It also has a zoom feature. You can zoom in, you can zoom out, which is pretty awesome. The one thing that I like the most about this that my other tool did not have, my other tool, if I wanted to see valves or anything, I had to put a mirror on the end of it and see through the mirror. Well, I always get concerned putting that down into a cylinder with that mirror dangling off the end. I'm always sketched out that I'm going to lose it inside the cylinder, and then, you know, my day is done trying to fish that thing out. This here, what is nice about this, you press onto this button right here, and you can turn this from being a forward facing, like it is right now, to a 45-degree going. So you can change it to a 45. You guys can see that. So it's got a camera actually right here on the side and right there. So yes, you can see valves with this with no extra attachments, no cameras dangling off the end. I mean, pull this thing out, you know what's coming with it. You're not losing anything inside the cylinder. That right there, that was, for me, that's worth it. So, like I said, it's got the touch display. It could use a little bit of work. It's not the best, but I went with a Snap-on for the weekly payments. He came by, I knew I needed one. He had one on the truck. It was a sale. I bought it. I know there's just a ton of options out there for the cameras, for the boroscopes, for the endoscopes, whatever you guys want to get. Do your research. I'm not saying spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Just even a $30 one from Amazon. I feel that you guys are gonna use it. It's awesome. I mean, if you're to be able to seeing is believing, you know, and that's why I love scopes so much, because I like to see what's actually going on. And I've had scan tools give me false information, so I mean, I like knowing exactly what's going on. This is another way to do that. Now, you can put this down underneath of an intake. We get a lot of pack rats here. So those pack rats like to crawl up underneath the intakes. What do they chew? They chew those knock sensor harnesses. They love those knock sensor harnesses. They are yummy to them, right? Bury this down into the intake, underneath the intake. You can see that. That's a better selling point than just even a scope use, you know, because you have to explain to a customer, if you have a print up of the scope, like, you know, you're knocking on the block and you're not getting a signal, like, look, this is bad. Okay, I mean, they're still kind of taking your word for it. But if you can come up with a picture like this, I mean, that just helps sell the work that much more. So you can attach these files to emails. There's a bunch of stuff you can do. So, like I said, it's still an expensive camera, but you also get what you pay for. I know Snap-on, you know, Snap-on's good, and I do like Snap-on. Obviously, I spend a lot of money with Snap-on. Main reason why I spend a lot of money with Snap-on, I really have liked, I have a new Snap-on guy now, but for the last 10 years, I have just liked my Snap-on dealers tremendously. My last dealer, man, he was a bud of mine, and you know, I'll spend more money with Snap-on than some of the other guys just because I had that camaraderie with him, and he was a friend, and he was my Snap-on dealer. So you scratch my back, I scratch yours. He gave me some amazing deals, and you know, I bought more Snap-on stuff than I probably would have. So I am not, you know, yes, I just like tools in general. It doesn't have to be Snap-on, it doesn't have to be Matco, it doesn't have to be Mac, whatever's the best deal. Got this on sale. It's not the best deal, but makes me sleep better at night, and the wife won't get as upset knowing I saved a little bit of money. She just doesn't like to hear the initial price tag. So anyway, guys, that's I think that's everything I want to show you. So like I said, boroscopes, endoscopes, there's a bunch out there. Check them out. You know, there's a place for them in this industry. So this here, I guess we'll wait and see. Not telling you guys to go rush out and buy these, because I'm not sure about it yet. And that's 50 bucks you can save in your pocket. You can get this whole kit with the spoons and everything, the brake spoons from Harbor Freight for like $3.99, you know? Still not sure about this. We'll see. Like I said. Thanks for watching, guys. Tune in next time.